this year. And if you're looking for
Next year.
confirmation on Grand Theft Auto 6, we believe that after the earnings call on February 6th, there will be definitive information because they'll need to tell their shareholders when to expect to line their pockets because this is going to be a Masso release. So if you're looking for more definitive information on GTA 6, I would wait until February 6th. That's probably when you're going to hear some great news. But we got rumors here, and that rumor is Grand Theft Auto 6 will reportedly run on 30 FPS on PS5 and Xbox Series X. Which, come on, the PlayStation Pro is going to run this at 60 FPS. Apparently, Rockstar's decision is to prioritize quality, high visual textures over frame rate. This has the potential to be boosted through potentially what PS5 Pro is able to do with their AI upscale. However, they are saying the rumor is saying that 30 FPS is what to be expected here on the launch. Now, I'll give it to the panel here. Why? Why do you think console won't be able to hit 60 FPS, or do you believe that they'll be able to hit 60 FPS with things like frame gen and the AI upscale that the PS5 Pro has? So we'll start with Mr. Wilson. I didn't hear you much last one. So do you think that we'll hit 60 FPS on your Series X? Do you think you'll have a performance mode for Grand Theft Auto 6?
They're saying it's not going to, right? That's what they're saying. They're prioritizing quality. They're not even offering us two different modes here. They're saying they're going to give us 30 frames. That's what they're giving us. And it wouldn't be the first game. I mean, I can't think of any more recent titles off the top of my head, but games do it. And with how we've seen recent engines pushing consoles, PlayStations, Xboxes, even lower end PCs, I mean, it's not a surprise that they're not trying to promise us the cake and eating it too. You know, it's not a surprise they're not trying to say we're going to give you a gorgeous next gen game and it's going to run smooth like butter, because that would be a lot to promise. It would be a lot to promise for consoles that are starting to get on. You know, maybe the PS5 Pro, maybe with help of frame gen, but I don't even know what. Does anyone know on the panel what the Xbox has in terms of a baked-in type of frame gen? Does it have anything like that? Or because
No,
PlayStation is now
raster.
trying, but sorry.
It's all raster. There's no AI stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So Xbox is going to be left in the dark there unless they can somehow do something on like to add it. But yeah, I'm not surprised. We all know that we're around the corner from a real console update, regardless of the PS5 Pro. That's just to tide us over, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great response. I appreciate that. TBG, welcome to the panel. Hope you're doing well. I see your microphone is muted if you're trying to talk. Jem, do you think we're going to be getting, do you think the PS5 will be able to hit that 60 FPS? Do you think Rockstar will optimize the game for 60 FPS? Or do you think 30 FPS is all that these consoles will see this generation?
Someone who played Rockstar games all the way from PS1 to latest, someone who loves the company and their franchise stuff, every single Rockstar game on console has always been 30 FPS. And normally, I don't like 30 FPS. Even 60 FPS is sluggish for me. But I will always make an exception for Rockstar games because they have like the highest quality games. Like they clearly care more about the detail and the crafting of the world and the gameplay more than smooth frame rate. So to achieve that, you have to target 30 FPS, so no matter what. So for a game like that, it's absolutely acceptable. It's fine because when you play a game by Rockstar Games and it's 30 FPS, you're like, you know what? I can see why it's 30. This game is massive. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. But with other
Sorry
games,
to
when you
interrupt
see
you, but
30
that's called Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing that game recently. I'm like, dude, I don't care if this is 30 FPS. This is one of the best looking games I have.
Anyways, as I was saying, it doesn't matter because when you play other games that are 30 FPS, you're like, why the hell is this 30 FPS? This could have easily been 60 FPS. But as we mentioned like months ago, weeks ago, um, that developers don't optimize their games. I know we had a discussion about Unreal Engine 5. I don't want to get back into that, but a few weeks, months ago in this podcast, we talked about how developers don't optimize their game. And we're like, hey, this game should be 60 FPS. Why is it 30 FPS? Is unacceptable. This game should have been 60. But a game like Rockstar Games, or even I would even say Baldur's Gate. I don't even know what Baldur's Gate runs on console, but a game like Baldur's Gate or Rockstar Games running at 30 is completely acceptable because in return you're getting a unique, massive, brilliant experience. Anyways, let me just unmute TPG.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I forgot the rules for a second.
No worries. But that's what we're seeing. I think that's a good way to put it. They're definitely great world crafters. I just hate to miss out on definitely that buttery smooth. I mean, I like 60 FPS. I think that's my sweet spot. So I'm hoping through optimization magic that the PS5 gets a 60 FPS. Just give me 1080p. I'll take 60 FPS, but I think you're right. I think Wilson is right, and I kind of hope they don't give me the choice. I hope they just say we're going to do 30 FPS and it's going to be great. Because Legend of Zelda did 30 FPS, and I couldn't feel the difference. So I think when it's well crafted, it hits well. My question is, will you want a locked 30 FPS, or will you want them to go kind of as high as they can go when they can go it, a variable?
Well, I would just say, me personally, if they're gonna do 30 FPS, they're just say, hey, this is gonna be 30 FPS. Then it's like, okay, well, now you need to say it's 30 FPS locked throughout the entire game. I can accept some dips, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I hope they just lock it in. They're solid. They do high textures, high quality textures, and they just lock that 30 FPS and they craft it well. But Ray, did you want to get in on this one?
Yeah, let me add something. You guys are forgetting one thing though. How much is this game gonna cost?
Well,
And
yeah, there's rumors
I
on that
mean,
one.
so I mean,